Alright guys, Vegas Baby. This is a segment where we cover the good, the bad, and the ugly of anything we can fucking bet on this week. This week we got the locks, chances, and wild cards from week 7 of the NFL season. And we're going to go over a couple of primetime games from the NBA season since it started. We're going to start off right quick with our locks. I feel like Green Bay is not going to have an issue covering their 8-point spread against the Washington football team this weekend. They gave up a crap ton of points to the Chiefs last week and were not able to really move the ball down the field. I think that they're going to move the ball. I think the football team is going to move the football down the field a little bit more this week, but the Packers are still going to put up an exorbitant amount of points. Look for the Packers to cover their spread this week. I'm always betting against the Giants this year until they prove me otherwise. So I will take Carolina to cover their 3-point spread and beat the Giants this weekend. I think that the Saints are definitely going to cover their 4.5-point spread against the Seahawks. The Steelers should have covered their spread last week, but that just shows you where the Steelers are. I like the Saints in this one. All right, now we got to go over some chances for the week as well. Take a couple chances and see what we get at the end of the day. I like the Raiders covering their 3-point spread over the Eagles. I just think that the Eagles are just not going to score enough points. They don't have the scheme, the coaching staff available to score as much as the Raiders are willing to score right now. I don't like the Texans, and I do like the Cardinals. So when they meet up this weekend, it could be 20-25 point favorite. I'm going to take that line this weekend. The line is 17 and a half. It keeps fluctuating, but I would take it because I think the Cardinals are an amazing offense and they're going to put up a crap ton of points. The Texans have no answer for anything and anybody. Look for them to get blown out this weekend. I'm going to take a chance on the 49ers as well this weekend, covering their 4-point spread against the Indianapolis Colts. Only because, as a Titans fan, I see the writing on the wall. The Colts look like crap. You knew what was coming when you were relying on Carson Wentz to replace Phillip Rivers, and that in itself is a stupid-ass statement. All right, now we got to go over some wild card picks, some little different picks that hopefully will be fruitful at the end of the day. Don't call me crazy, but I do believe that the Lions are going to cover their 16-point spread against the Rams. The Lions have been playing hard all year. They've been in a lot of games and have lost by some crazy fashions. They lost to the Ravens, by a 66-yard field goal at home. So I think that the Ravens are shown that they're a good team as well, and the Lions have been right there in it. Dan Campbell called out Jared Goff, so look for them to come back heavy this week. I'm not giving them the win, but I do think that they're going to cover that spread. I don't like what Tampa Bay's defense secondary in particular has been giving them this year. So any team that is going to rely on quarterback to have easy looks and good throws to get through the game is going to be a winner to cover, especially a big spread. I'm not comfortable in betting on the Bears, but with a 12.5-point spread between the two, I like the Bears this weekend only because I think that they're going to be closer. Now, here's a crazy one, though. I like the Jets actually going to New England and taking the win this weekend. They should have gotten a win last time they played in East Rutherford, but they gave up a few late drives, let Mac Jones get a rhythm, and he was back in the game. Robert Saleh is a good defensive coach. Look for him to mix it up a little bit more and try to put a lot more pressure on Mac Jones. I do think that they're going to cover their 7-point spread, so I'm still going to take the Jets +7 this weekend. All right, last episode, the NBA season started for us. We started off with the Nets going to the Bucks. I had the Nets wrong. And then we also had the Warriors going to the Lakers, and I had the Lakers winning that one as well. Wrong. God, this is a tough season. I'm already starting off 0-2. Now we got two more going from prime time to the next episode, in which we got the Philadelphia Phillies 76ers are hosting Brooklyn Nets. I actually like Philly in that one, only because Brooklyn just seems like they're missing Kyrie. They got like 4 toes on a foot, and it's just getting in the way of what they want to do. The timing, the personnel, the scheme that they want to run. Kyrie is hurting everybody right now, but that's what Kyrie don't understand. On the flip side of that, Ben Simmons, him being gone and him not being in there in the mix actually does help that team and that chemistry. Joel Embiid even came out himself and said instead of like on the road trips, they went out to eat. They went and hung out, did stuff together as a team instead of just going to their rooms and playing video games. And that's what happens when you lose a toxic leader to your team, or somebody who's supposed to be a leader on that team. I like Philly to cover their 2.5 point spreads in that one. All right. Also in prime time, we got Phoenix Suns traveling to LA to play the Lakers. The Lakers are a 1-point favorite in this game, but I like Phoenix as well. Look for Phoenix to have that chemistry going early from last year. They didn't replace much. I think they only added just about Landry Shamet majorly into that rotation, and he's a really good young player. Look for them to take advantage of the Lakers still trying to find their footing and their chemistry as well. All right, that's Vegas, baby. We'll go over those picks next week. Yeah. Until then, when we come back, I got final thoughts.
Brought to you by the Chisholm Channel and TCC Productions.